gentlemen, Patriot brothers and sisters all across America. I am your host, Thomas Pascale, and you are listening to America Strong Patriot Podcast. We got a lot to cover, and wow, I'm just taking a nice walk. I see some kids' toys, a nice chair. I mean, I don't know if that's free or. So, Facebook is now wanting to connect with Rumble for some reason, but we got a lot to talk about. It's Wednesday, right? They say hump day, but you know, we just got a lot to cover because there was a shooting in Dallas from the ICE facility. A sniper shot and killed three. From what I was reading from Infowars, please go to Infowars.com and go to InfoWarsStore.com to get your coffee, shirts, you name it, and so on. Like they got good minerals. I recommend Survival Shield X3, the strongest iodine you'll find compared to what's at your local grocery store. Right now, and also, folks, there's just a lot to cover, a lot of news, and going into tonight too, late night in the Rockies. To those of you that are listening from YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble, this is just complete utter bullshit. It really is. Facebook is not wanting to connect with Rumble. It makes sense. Facebook's out there like, oh boy, here we go again. It's that guy. Excuse me? Who's that guy? That guy is Patriot Pascale. Right? Thank you, Carmen. So, knowing that we got all this happening, Trump did a 180 for the war in Ukraine, right? The proxy war. Now, what is to come? What is going to happen? Is Trump going to allow Ukraine just to self-destruct themselves by going into Russia? Right? Like, are we really seeing this to where Trump says, okay, NATO allies can start shooting down Russian jets if they invade their airspace? Then what? Like, what is going on? That's the question that we need to be asking, especially after he blasted the UN last night. Well, not last night, yesterday morning, for the sabotage of the escalator and the teleprompter. It really is something. Now, Trump bashed them hardcore. Pretty much, could this be the start that we want for them to defund who? The United Nations. Now, we all know the UN is nothing but a bunch of BS. They've conquered countries. Oh, yeah, we're for the people. And here they are raping and torturing young men and women and children. The United Nations is not unifying the nations. They are destroying the nations. We have seen on how quickly they have embedded into these countries. They took over, and then they destroyed these countries. Now, with that being said, I'm going to be pointing out some facts later on tonight in the late night in the Rockies, and I might have a right hand. I'm going to see if I can get my buddy on. It's going to be cool. Especially, I gave him a warm shout out too. He's also going to be running in the platform, which is going to be good, especially with us taking things to new heights. Now, I just want to say to those that were just killed by that sniper in Dallas, my thoughts and prayers go out to the families, and just know that things are starting to get more chaotic. And I understand we are living in a pivotal moment to where Red October is coming. Now, what is Red October? We all heard the stories about Red October, and let me tell you, things are going to start getting out of control. I believe it. I believe we're going to be facing a time to where the establishment is going to go full force. We do see an uprising between the left. We see an uprising with Antifa and all the other terror movements. And also, watch the UN. So no matter what, we are going in to next month with a bang. There's no doubt about it. And knowing that Trump is like, oh yeah, Russia is crippled and economically, like what is going on? Because we both know what comes. Trump also deemed, well, condemned, sorry, not deemed, condemned biochemical weapons and nuclear weapons. Like, they don't need to drop a nuclear bomb. They got direct energy weapons, burning the forest, burning animal lives. We take a look at Maui, Los Angeles. Years ago, it was, man, it was near Boulder. I forgot the name of the town. Crap. Near Boulder, Colorado. And exactly, there's been a lot that has happened. And knowing that things have happened, it really is showing what is to come. These people do not need a nuclear bomb. If they're able to burn down the forest with these satellites, right? If they are able to use vaccines and all this other bullshit, there you go. That's all they need. That is all they need to conquer a nation, which they have shown time and time again, that they are willing to conquer a nation. That, oh, well, you peasants don't have a say. F you, America. F you, people. Because, and I've stated this multiple times, even on my live streams on Facebook, that it is not about what political party you are siding with. It's about whether or not we, the people, are, are united against this global front, against this powerhouse. And that's what it is. We're seeing the cards. We're seeing everything that they've thrown at us, right? It's disgusting. And to see the algorithms that is being done, especially with our children, with our people, with how they turn these beautiful, magnificent cities into liberal, third world, dystopian shitholes. Crime is at an all-time high. Overdose is at an all-time high. The murder of an unborn child is at an all-time high. And I'm just reading off some of the stuff. Now, knowing that this is a war between good and evil, between we the people and against what we can say a monarchy. It really is, because they don't want people to think for themselves. They want the illusion that, oh, that big government has to be the savior of the world, that the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, and all these other scumbags are in charge. Yet here we are, we're seeing through the nonsense, the chemtrails, right? The poisoning of the water, the GMOs. We have seen a full totalitarian style control with this government, that they are coming out and saying that we don't care about the Constitution. We don't care if you have freedom. We're going to put in mandates. We're going to force you to take the vaccines, right? Oh, we're going to try and take your kids away. You're a threat. You are deemed dangerous, right? They target us Christian Americans. And, it's sickening. And those that have common sense, that don't want their children to be brainwashed by the ideology of the wokeism of the left, because it's sickening. And we have called it out. We have seen the extremists go out there and burn down the cities, call us terrorists, start shooting at us, stab us, gather a crowd to beat us with piss bottles and sticks. Like, this is not about freedom. This is not about who has an opinion. This is about that they want ideology, and they are being ordered, these terror groups, well, the puppet groups, actually, are being ordered to hit us, to take us out for standing up for what is right. And these dickheads, these puppets, have no idea. We're dealing with a real threat with the terror camps all across America, where we got that, the Chinese. We are dealing with foreign enemies that are embedded inside of our government, inside of our country, waiting for the green light to start breaking America down from the inside. Because what happens when the lights go out? What happens when we start to hear rocket fire inside of our own country? And it ain't from the cartels. It ain't from, oh, I mean, not from cartels in Mexico. I'm talking about the ones that are easily going to be able to launch attacks inside of our own cities. And who's going to orchestrate it? The same people that have orchestrated the attack and dismantle of our country. Now you got Hillary Clinton, who is no victim, who has come out and said, we got to stop demonizing people. Look who started all of it. Look who's behind it. It's the parties that were responsible, the polarized political cesspool that went out there and said, yeah, pick our side, pick that side, while they work together to divide and conquer the people. Right? Now that Facebook is not letting me do my live streaming, which is bullshit, they are in violation of my First Amendment. So I will be making note and probably be asking for either one, they let me do my live streams, connect Rumble onto their platform, let me stream, or two, I'm going to sue them for my First Amendment because it is a violation of my freedom of speech and freedom of press. But that's Facebook. No, I'm here on Rumble. I love it. And YouTube. And I'm glad YouTube is not silencing me. I'm thankful for that because, hey, I really am in a good mood. We got so much to cover. So much. Now, Trump also targeted the European leaders, even though I addressed a little bit of it last night. He targeted them because these are the people that are saying that they're going to go to war with Russia. Russia. Just like the Russia hoax propaganda. Oh, Russia interfered in the election, right? Oh, we must go to war with Russia. The biolabs, the human gene therapy. Just think about everything, all the corruption, the money laundering, Uranium One, Burisma, all the hidden deals, right? All the trade deals that was being done in Ukraine and in Taiwan. It's not going to be a surprise when China invades Taiwan. Now, we got our enemies, right? We got China, India, we got BRICS becoming such a global financial power that it's starting to show what is taking place. Now, last week, I had a dream. I was going for a walk, and I by where I used to live out in Ellicott, Colorado. And while I was walking, I started to see this fog. And my mom calls me in the dream, and she's like, "Hey, where'd you go?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going for a walk." And I remember as plain as day. And she's like, "Oh, breakfast is ready." So as I'm turning around, and I'm by the school I went to, Ellicott High School, what happened was, as I'm looking out in the distance, there's this fog coming, and next you know, these big old missiles are going up. Big old black missiles going straight up in the air. And I'm telling my mom on the phone, like, "Mom, rockets are being launched." And I was like, it spooked me, like, what the hell? Folk, I'm telling you, I woke up instantly from that dream, like, whoa, what did I just see? What did I just witness? Did I just witness something? Is it a warning? I mean, there's so many questions. There are. But what we do have, and in reality, you know, we got rockets that are being launched in Gaza. We are seeing genocidal numbers on both ends of this conflict, from Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Gaza, you name it. People and children are being killed. There's got to be peace. But knowing that we are going towards war because of the eagle's head, it's all symbolic. We've seen it. We've seen where America is going. The script that they've written is playing out. They want a revolution. Their revolution is different than ours. We want peace. We want prosperity. We want America back. Because let's not forget that we, the people, are America's voice. It is up to us to make America great again. And I mean great again. Not these politicians, not the politicians that are compromised, embedded with the communists, embedded with these special interests and the cloaks, right? The mask. Just like Squid Games. You know, the VIPs, when they're wearing all these masks, these medieval type masks, looking dealios. Oh, yes. Like in season 3, for those of you that haven't seen it, please check it out. It is interesting. And Gihan, player 456, he looked at the front man and to the VIPs and told him that we are not horses, we are human. And when he made that clear, it shocked them big time. Why? Because they know. Just think just think about it. They know as we know that we are not slaves. We are not horses. We are not the sheep that they are going to take to slaughter. That we will hold our ground. We will be unified. We will continue to stand for what is right. Americans, we are really seeing such dangerous times in this country like we have never seen before. And that is true. We are. There's no doubt about it. Oh man. It is either faith and freedom against their genocidal agenda. How many babies have been murdered at 9 months? How many people have suffered? How many communities have been destroyed by the establishment? While they're over there saying, oh, go out and fight. They're Nazis, promoting anti-American propaganda, saying that we're the threat in this country, that we're the terrorists. Yet you got these lunatics who are injecting themselves with hormones and saying it's okay to touch a kid sexually. No, it's not. You touch my son, you sick freaks. We both know what comes. And that's not a threat. I will make sure they are prosecuted for sexually touching children. Touch my kid, I'd rather see them rot in jail than me going to prison by putting one in the ground. Right? I mean, as a parent, yeah, I'm protective over my kids. And knowing that CPS has been up my ass lately, and I spoke about it yesterday, I don't give a damn if CPS is up my ass. I'm going to continue to speak freely. I am an American, for one. For two, I don't believe in injustice. And that's the thing. We have seen so much injustice affect our country. We have seen it break the American spirit where we can't even be on the same side. They have politicized the sports to where now, yesterday, while I was watching the Mets game against the Cubs, Gary Cohen is like, why do you get time off? Ain't that meant for a family emergency or something? Forgot his exact words. And he was like, oh, it's just weird. If that Cub player, if he really knew Charlie Kirk as well as he said he did, he went to the funeral. Erica Kirk invited him. So that's not weird. I went to a funeral, to my friend's funeral after he died. He died in a car accident. His mom fell asleep behind the wheel and she flipped the vehicle. And I got to go to the funeral. Like, it's not about tight races. It's not about baseball. When you lose someone close to you, of course you're going to be there for that person. You're going to show that family support. Now that's what makes you an American. That makes you a human. That you have a heart. Forget what the left says and to be questioning it like, what if, okay, you're this big announcer guy. You're this big announcer and your friend, or, yeah, your friend just died. I get it, it's a tie race for baseball. But what if your friend died? And it's like, yeah, but oh no, it's a tie race. Yeah, tie race for the wild card spot in the playoffs for the World Series. Wouldn't you be like, hey, I need someone to fill in for me. I gotta go. Wouldn't you? Or, like you would want to be there if your friend said, hey, well, friend's widow said, hey, can you come be supportive? Of course you would. You would be right there. Like, yes, I'm gonna be supportive. I mean, I sure as hell would. Really would be. Like straight up. And that's the thing. The sports have been way too politicized to where we can't even argue over a good sport game. You can't even go to certain bars without them looking at you, right? Unless it's one of them free for all bars where everyone's included, not if you're just one specific group of people, right? And that's what we see in today's America is division, hate, radicalized. It is bullshit. It really is. And I've called this out on so many terms. Well, not terms, times. I've called it out so many times to what? Why be divided? Why? What good does that make anyone? Right? Now, with so much at stake from everyone listening from YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, thank you for tuning in. By the way, we're just getting this party started. We are. And just the complete, utter attack on our First Amendment is disgusting. The complete attack on our people, no matter what side of the aisle you are on. I don't believe in division. I don't. I believe all I believe all Americans have the right to prosper. But when you're coming after us and silencing our voice, calling us terrorists and so on, what does that make you? What does that make you? That doesn't make you a good human being. You trash us, right? Who cares? Shit talk. But then you slander us. You silence our voice. You attack us. For what purpose? Because we're not on the same team? Like we can't have a middle ground America that we once had? We should. I believe in middle ground America. I believe that we should be able to get along and put differences aside. Be less politically correct. Because politically correctness is nothing but horseshit. We've seen what it has done to other countries. We have seen all the hatred, all the attacks in our country. And the only thing I gotta say is there's gotta be change. Change that will help the people, not where we got radicalization of the establishment, where they're telling these people to go out and fight, like all these politicians. And oh well, we weren't the cause for all this. Really? You weren't the ones that were responsible for enabling the attack on conservatives. You weren't to these politicians. Like, y'all are the ones who are funding then all these criminals to attack. Get slapped on the wrist, even if you're a pedophile, right? Pedophiles getting slapped on the wrist. It's ridiculous. To where our children can't even play outside. I mean, that to an extent they can, but it's not like how we were growing up, right? Our children are being attacked. Our, and a lot of other children are being taken from their families by CPS, put into abusive homes with a pedophile, no less, and disgusting, horrible people. The sickening of this is, it really is. And then you got the education system that sucks to where you got these pedophiles impersonating and women, right? Dressing up as a woman. Oh, it's trans. It's not trans. When you're on the fucking registry and for the school board to be protecting some of y'all is just insane, right? To be protecting them, sorry, not y'all, is out of control. It really is. We have seen the complete attack on American freedom. We have seen the complete attack on our children, on us, on our faith. America is looking a lot like the countries that a lot of these immigrants fled from: communism, totalitarianism, ideology, you name it. Land of the free, home of the brave is starting to look like a mental institution from these sick politicians and those that are running our country, those societies, right? The freaks. Uh, what's that? It is a bit hot, huh? Like, there is no doubt. We have seen so much division. Could there be a turning point to where we come back? I hope so. I really do hope so. I pray every day for America to come back, that we are united as one, we the people, break away from communism and end this political cesspool that have grasped our nation into chaos. The homeless crisis is at an all-time high. Just everything is just going nuts, and the world is on brink. Now, tonight I'm going to be talking about some of the other stuff. And I did say that I was going to cover that. We're going to be getting into a lot of interesting things tonight and in the coming days. For those of you that are tuning in from Rumble, thank you all for tuning in. I mean, I appreciate it. This is awesome. This really is. This opens the door for opportunity. This opens the door, which I should have done years ago, to put our network on the map. So I want to give a warm shout out to my team at America Strong Patriot Radio Network. That we made it with Rumble. To those of you that are on YouTube, you don't have to disagree. You don't have to agree with me, YouTube. Sorry. I gotta catch my breath. Whew. To those of you that are joining in, thank you. Welcome. Nazis blame the Jewish. Exactly. Like, we're seeing a full blown attack. I mean, that's propaganda to divide, right? I mean, now just think what the establishment is doing. We all know that Adolf Hitler was a puppet, but what the New World Order did was how they can operate. It wasn't just Jews that were going into concentration camps. It was everybody. If you were gay, prisoners, you name it. They wanted to see on how quick they can flip the world during World War II. Now, this is, if you think about it, we hear of concentration camps in America, these deprogramming camps, right? Re-education camps. It's really happening where they want us to have a poor education, right? Dumbed down. They want our children to be dumbed down so they don't know what's going on. They, it's, it's a sick game. Dirty dollars, right? Fund all the endless wars. Everything you can possibly think of and imagine. And I speak from the heart on this. I've been around so many places, so many states, and to see what has happened, it makes you question, like, how did we get to a turning point like this to where we don't matter? You want to know why? Because a lot of people were asleep while some of us hold our ground and spoke up, and we were looked at as conspiracy nuts, Neanderthals, crazy, mentally ill people. And look what happened. Every single conspiracy theory that have come out have been proven true. And we said it a long time ago. A lot of other people that have been silenced, that have been killed. Why? Because they want complete control of the narrative. They don't want the people to be in charge. They don't want the people standing. That's why I say it's a monarchy if you think about it. We just can't see the change. We just can't see the bigger picture. But those of us that are, we're in an Alice in Wonderland, Twilight Zone style world, right? Through the looking glass, time, you name it, which I'm going to be covering a lot of topics tonight, especially with time and the Twilight Zone, just the symbolism and the codes. We are looking so far into where we are now, the script. Just think of The Simpsons, predictive programming, right? And many other shows, predictive programming. It's something. It really is. They want the, oh yeah, fortune tellers. Fortune tellers telling the future, knowing that the towers were brought down by explosives, like thermite, right? No planes ever hit the towers. That was proven by multiple eyewitnesses, the ones that were silenced. No planes ever hit the towers. The Pentagon was sure as hell wasn't hit by a plane. The Pentagon was hit by a missile. The camera footage shows it. You see a missile hitting the Pentagon on September 11th, 2001. Flight 93, whatever happened to Flight 93? The one plane that we heard that was up in the air for 24 hours, no evidence whatsoever, just fake audio. Now, where are the people that were supposedly on these planes? Where did these people go? Right? Nothing makes sense, especially when the Pentagon lost $1.2 trillion the night before the 9/11 attacks. And then, oh, Saddam Hussein, they knew where he was. Endless wars in the Middle East. It wasn't just for oil, it was to train these radical Islamists and then have a full-blown war and say, oh, terrorism, terrorism, terrorism. They are the ones who sponsored it. The CIA and these rogue groups in our nation's capital, right? The CIA, the NSA, right? Obama signed an executive order for the NSA to spy on Americans. And look, censorship happened. The media started to lie even more. All the plain facts got edited out of our nightly news. We have seen nothing but hatred against the people. That's all it was. Just nothing but blunt attacks of the American people, right? These politicians, oh, go out and burn. We've seen over the years, during Obama's 8 years, what he did to this country. What he did was complete bullshit. The one who orchestrated the destruction of America, the 16-year plan. Clinton was supposed to be president, not Trump. And then what would have happened? The UN, right? Defund? No, they weren't going to defund the military-industrial complex. They were just going to give them something stronger and better, right? Now we take a look. We got the military on the streets in all these major cities, the National Guard. Now just think about when these riots happened, because now the White House is putting up these anti-climbing fences. Why? Why is Trump getting them installed? What is to come is the question. That's what we gotta know. I mean, I don't have all the answers, but I'm gonna be blunt. Yo, Project 2025. And that's your opinion, Dwayne. I mean, that's your opinion, 100%. I don't need Fox News. I think Fox News is also in bed with the communists. A lot of them are compromised, so that's your opinion. Like, by all means, dude, I'm calling out the plain facts that y'all want to ignore. Because what happens when rockets start to launch inside of major cities? Right now, this wouldn't be a surprise if we went to war. If revolution started today, it would not be televised. It would not be televised at all. I can guarantee you that. Like what we are seeing right now is a full blown attack between we the people and the New World Order. So go ahead and report the channel. I don't care because I'm going to continue to fight back. I'm going to continue to have my First Amendment. We are not backing down. We are spreading the truth. Whether or not you like it, that's totally up to you. Go to Infowars.com. Go to the Gateway Pundit. Don't take my word for it. Put in the homework. Research. Just like on how vaccines kill the COVID-19, killed a bunch of people. We got an all-time high of the COVID vaccine killing innocent people right after they took the shot, even the nurses. So if the vaccine was so good, why is it that people dropped like flies? Why is it that we got 5G towers near the schools and then they're being hidden with the artificial trees? Why is the forest burning? It ain't climate change, it's climate chaos funded by the government. Oh, climate change, climate change, climate change, climate change. It's all a bunch of bullshit. We are living in climate chaos to where the government is wiping out our trees. They're poisoning the air. They're poisoning the food, the water, you name it. We take a look at Hiroshima, the Pacific Ocean, how many times they have dropped nuclear weapons. Not kidding, they have done nuclear testing in the Pacific Ocean. There's evidence to back it. Go look, go do the research. Everything I'm talking about is accurate by all means. And I don't care if you disagree with me. That's your opinion. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, let's go fight. No. You can have your beliefs as I have mine. This is where we stand in America. And by all means, I mean, and it's not about right or wrong stream, dude. Do your own homework. Do your own fucking work. And you want to act like a spaz? I'm laughing at you, dude. Because you're getting triggered, and I'm just calling out the facts. By all means, make yourself famous. Cool. You got your opinion. More power to you, dickhead. You just saying? Like, it's so cute. It really is. You're the one who's saying all this. I got butt effed and all. You're so cute. Right. Oh, man. Q and Anon are not the same. There's those that believe in Q and Anonymous, two different groups. Thank you. So why don't you act, like I said, do your homework. You want to believe and be red and blue pilled by all means. Uh, that's your belief. So you can go ahead attack me. I mean, go ahead. You can report, be like, "Ah, he's triggering me. He's spreading misinformation. I like it up the butt. I'm a leftist. Oh, I'm gonna try and get him canceled." By all means, more power to you, dude. So, oh man, and I hope you would come back and actually want to learn something. I mean, I want to give you a chance. I want to give you a chance to learn something. And if you don't, you don't. It's called logging in, do typing up stuff, going into what is being talked about. Because to prove that conspiracy theories are true, you do the homework. You gotta back it, and I back it all the time. Vaccines kill. Vaccines cause autism in children and pregnant women. Right? I mean, let's take a look on how many people have overdosed on what? On narcotics because big pharmaceuticals telling psychiatrists to give them narcotics and all. You got people wigging the fuck out, being more depressing, trying to kill themselves, right? It's all true. I'm backing actual facts from actual doctors and scientists. So I do trust science. I trust the actual science, not the bullshit. So, folks, but you got your own beliefs, Dwayne. No, from both sides. Thank you. So, but thank you for tuning in. Please share the live stream. Continue to share the truth. We are the Info Warrior. We are the Storm, and we are America Strong. God bless y'all. God bless President Trump, and God bless the United States of America.